we had one. So now you can see the difference. Not even in whether there was more or less people, just the enthusiasm and the passion that our fans have for our team. It's just remarkable. I mean, we were talking about the very first one when we were on the bus, and Jamel was there, and Tanya was there, and CD was there, and I was there, and we tried to reminisce about how much time's gone by since that first one, and you see the reaction of the kids. That's never changed. It's still the same. They're like blown away by the whole event. So it was a great day. A great day for them. A great day for all UConn Nation.
Do you ever get surprised by how many people turn out for these things?
No, I don't. I just think there's and you could feel it growing too the last couple of years. There's just a tremendous amount of affection that our fans have for the players as individuals and our team. There's a bond that they create, and it's pretty powerful. And a day like today is just it just reinforces that.
What's the last week been like, Geno?
The last week has been way worse than it used to be 9 years ago. 9 years ago, you came home, you celebrated, and you just kept celebrating, and it was a lot of fun. Now you come home and you've got all these other things that are involved in coaching college basketball that almost felt like business as usual, We got home Monday, and Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday I was in the office all day. So it's going to get busy because of all the obligations that we have when this happens, which is not a bad thing. But yeah, it's different than it used to be, for sure.
What are your thoughts on Caitlin and Aubrey for the draft tomorrow night?
I've gotten different views from different people. I think they'll both end up. I had actually even forgotten that there was three rounds. For the longest time, there was only two, right? And so I thought, yeah, maybe they'll go. But they added team, and I think both of their chances are awfully good. Aubrey's still not 100%, so her situation is a little bit different. But I think the way Caitlin played and some of the things that she did, she brings real value to a team. So I'm excited to hear what comes.
What are your thoughts on the quick turnaround from playing the Final Four championship to then going to the draft not even a week later?
Yeah, there's just a lot of. Seems like there's a lot of quick turnarounds, but it is a lot for these kids to process. There's the joy of winning the national championship, the joy of going to the Final Four, and then immediately you're hit with the realization that, what if I don't get drafted? What if my basketball career is over? So it's pretty harsh, not for Paige, but so it's just one more thing that they have to navigate.
You said it with Paige that this is a job for her, right? So how does your advice change now that, your players are coming in and they know what it's like to play basketball as a job?
Yeah, they've kind of been doing it now for a couple years, so it's not as much of a shock to the system as it used to be. But I talk to them about things that I can help them with. But if I ask them a question about you know, let's say finances. You know, some of these kids, they have their agent take care of everything. And so you're trying to teach them that you need to be involved in this process. Whereas, you know, when you're in college, you're in a perpetual state of kindergarten. Here's your schedule. Here's what time you wake up. Here's your breakfast. Here's what time breakfast. Here's your lunch. This is what time classes are. If you get a boo-boo, you go to the nurse's office. Here's what time we're leaving. Here's who's doing your laundry for you. And then all of a sudden, they're hit with, I got to do all that on my own. So it's kind of funny to see their reaction, to be honest with you. So I just talk to them about things that I can help them with.
What do you see in these players that makes you confident that they're ready for these next steps?
All you can do is trust them. Trust that they've learned all the right lessons that they needed to learn. But nobody's ready for it. It's like when you ask a high school senior, hey, you ready for college to play at UConn? Oh, yeah, I got this. No, you don't. It takes a while. And, you know, it's going to take a while. I don't think anybody's going to go in that league and all of a sudden, you know, their first impact is going to be huge. I don't expect that. I think it's going to take a while to get acclimated, to understand it. But again, I trust them. And some are going to make it, and some are not going to make it. Some are going to make it big, and some are not going to last in the league. I mean, that's just the harsh reality of it.
Feels like it came full circle. Diana's retiring. Paige going in as the number one pick. kind of a strange kind of vibe to it.
It's got a strange vibe to it, doesn't it? No, man. It's been a long process. A long, strange trip. It's in a song one time, if I remember correctly. But history repeats itself, right? That's what I've been told, and it feels like history is repeating itself.
Less than a week after your championship, how quickly did you guys as a staff have to turn the page and start looking at portal stuff and thinking about next year?
On the plane ride home, everything is about what do we need, what spots are most crucial, is anybody out there that fits? We've been so lucky, you know, Dorka, Lou, Caitlin, like it's been so perfect. Is it realistic to think that there's people out there that are perfect fit for us? I don't know. We got a lot of people back, you know, a lot of pieces back. So there's no decisions that have been made about anybody definitely coming, you know. Q's in the portal, right? Which was a good move for her because she loves to play, and I think she'll get an opportunity someplace to play. But that's the only thing that's certain right now.
At UConn, they've had some international visas canceled. Do you worry you have international players? Is that something you worry about, or you can't control it?
Yeah, you can't control it. And once again, you know, it's a strange world we live in, right? You do everything right, and then all of a sudden you're told, sorry, that doesn't work anymore. I don't get it, you know. Thank God I became a citizen in 1994, huh? I'd be the first coach deported, you know. It's a weird time to be in the U.S. But I'm confident that, you know, whether it's with Jenna or with Blanca or whoever else down the road. That if the goal is to go after the bad people, I don't think you're going to find any on my team.